Hello, welcome back to our TCAP commentary. So today we're gonna do Eric Rubalcava, aka Sunset Liquid. This is a fan request by Based Killua 4872, right? So they say, do Eric Rubalcava next, underrated predator. So I'll take your word for it, Based Killua, right? If this guy is not good, man, I'm gonna come after you, right? Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna get started. If you like TCAP, check out the channel. I have a lot of videos. Watching Dash Predator, doing police interrogations as well. Those are fun. But yeah, I mean, I have an idea what Sunset Liquid's whole gimmick is, so I'm a little bit excited. But yeah, we're just gonna get started and see what this means for us, right?
Others drive long distances. 31-year-old Eric Rubalcava comes from Houston, more than 4 hours away.
Oh my God!
Hi.
Hi.
Come
Not
on
my
in.
hometown, right? Now, actually, it is my hometown, by the way. That rat from last, John Adams' video cannot tell me otherwise, right? He said Houston, right? This is my town, the city I live in, okay? So now it counts. It counts.
Hours
Houston.
away.
Hi.
Hours away.
Come on in.
This audio is extremely loud.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Online, he calls himself Sunset Liquid.
Oh my God!
Girl posing as a 13.
Wait, right? What is this professional picture, man? I've always thought that the idea of a blazer with a random tee, especially a V, by the way. I don't think that's a collar shirt, but I always thought that combo, blazer, t-shirt, was such a whack combo, man. You could never catch me wearing something like this at all, especially gray on red. What? That makes no sense.
Romantically to the girl posing as a
Male
13-year-old,
26.
saying he wants to kiss her everywhere.
And lick you all over.
And link you
Really?
over.
Lick me?
Like me?
Yes.
What do you
He
mean?
makes it clear he means oral sex, both giving and receiving. Could that be why he drove all this way?
Well, we got soda. I'm sure you're thirsty. Got soda and some Halloween candy and everything. Sit down.
You got water?
No, I'm actually out. I drank it all today. I've got root beer and
What? What?
and some Halloween candy and everything. Sit down.
You got water?
Oh, you have water. I thought he said. Oh, I thought he said what's up. For some reason, I was like, what's up? What?
No, I'm actually out. I drank it all today. I've got root beer and Coke.
As is often the case, after a long drive, he needs to go to the bathroom.
Oh man, what a way to segue out of that one, man. Oh, masterful by the Decoy, man. Oh man, I feel so bad that people hate her. You know what I mean? It's not even a subtle hate either. People think she's the worst, almost a predator, the worst decoy in all of TCAP, which I'm sorry, miss, but I completely agree. I'm so sorry. Well, who is worse, okay? The 40-year-old decoy from Hansen vs. Predator or this girl? I low-key think that this girl is worse, because you have to admit, the other guy, whatever his name was, at least he managed to fool them enough. Somewhat. I know he didn't fool Jesse Velez, at all. But the other guy, whatever his name, Charles Darwin, I don't know. I know that's not the right guy. Charles Lawrence, he was fooled, fully. I know Jesse was not, but he was. But I feel like every single person that this decoy encountered did not believe her at all, or weren't even interested, which I feel so bad for, because she gets bullied for being a little bit overweight or a little bit more bigger than the other decoys. But it's what the hell, man? Leave her alone. It's so mean.
As is often the case,
But I won't leave her alone for this very strange
after a
comeback.
long drive, he needs to go to the
I
bathroom.
drank all the water.
You have a restroom I can use?
I don't know. I think the toilet's gone. I don't know.
Haha, the toilet is gone. What?
No, I think the toilet's gone. I don't know.
The toilet left it. It took everything with it, man.
Do you want to sit down?
The toilet walked out of this house.
I bet you're tired, right?
No, do you have a restroom?
But the decoy, an actress hired by Dateline, doesn't want to let him go any further into the house, where he could spot our crew.
Well, why don't we just sit and talk first? I mean, you just got here.
I'm gonna go outside for a little bit.
No, sit down. Come on. We just said it was a long ride.
This is so bad. He's probably like, man, I need a pee, man. I have to go, right? He's gonna do the Alonzo Wade special, man. What a. To be fair, look, I'm gonna, defend the Decoy here. To be honest, what could you have said? Let's be honest. Like, you want her to go, yeah, just use the restroom. It's right there on the left. And, like, Chris Hansen's, like, just waiting there, standing in the dark. Like, it would have been a lose-lose situation regardless. But at the same time, man, there was no better excuse. You know what I mean? There was nothing. I don't think I could have thought of anything better, like, fully. Maybe the water one, I would have been like, oh, yeah, we kind of just barely moved in or something, right? We don't have water. Something, right? Not the toilet is gone. They took the toilet. Eric, Rubalcava, they took the damn toilet, man.
That's when I step in.
Hey, sir. I need to talk to you for a minute, please. Come on over here.
Whoa.
What's happening?
Not much.
Then he recognizes me.
This is the show.
Huh?
This is the show?
Which show? To Catch a Predator.
Yes.
On David.
Yes, sir.
So even though he knows who I am, he decides to stay and talk. Sunset Liquid starts off by claiming he thinks the girl he's here to meet is 18.
Oh,
I'm
man.
serious, I thought it was 18.
I can't believe someone who knows the show tries to pull the most simplest trick in the book. You're not going to convince Chris Hansen that you misread 13 or 14, whatever, for 18, man. You're out your mind. You really are. But I have to say something else, too. I noticed that there are some predators that don't really get screen time. Like, let's say Sunset Liquid would have just walked out. You know what I mean? Let's say he just, like, fully booked it. Just the interaction with the Decoy alone would have made this guy famous regardless. So this guy was stuck either way. Which is a funny thought to have, you know, because there's some people, like, let's say, like one of the guys I watched just recently, Todd West, the jittery predator. He's not that famous because he didn't have an interaction with Chris Hansen. But if he did, he easily would have been top, 20 predators that were showing off. You know what I mean? He would have been something of note. You know what I mean? Some of these predators, they save themselves from the screen time and popularity by just leaving the house. This guy would have, if this guy would have done that, it wouldn't have saved him as much as the other ones would have. You know what I mean? Just his very cheesy, chat log probably, and the very weird interaction with the Decoy would have probably been enough to make this guy memorable. Which it kind of does. It kind of did. You know what I mean? Like, that's all we know him
Thinks
for.
the girl he's here to meet is 18.
I'm serious, I thought it was 18.
I thought she was 18.
That's not what it said in the chat log.
I really don't remember, sir.
Here's a little reminder. The Decoy told him she was 13,
No,
and he
please.
types, I could get in big trouble by just talking to you. I could even go to prison.
Have you met
Go to
other
jail.
girls who were this age before?
No, sir. I like to meet people from all ages.
Right.
That's
All
not a
ages
good
doesn't
excuse.
mean that I'm going to have a sexual encounter with somebody. That's not my intention.
So you were just going to come over here and hang out?
Well, she said she wanted to take photographs. I like to photograph all kinds of people.
You're saying the wrong things, bro. Eric, man, please, you're saying the wrong things, Mr. Sunset Liquid. He's like, yeah, you know what? I wouldn't have done anything but photograph this 13-year-old girl. Like, what a bad thing to say, man. I get what he's saying, right? I know you can take pictures of someone without it being sexual. I get that, but still. I'm pretty sure you also need consent from the girl's parents anyway. Like, if you were just to, almost a photograph, which is true, photograph a minor, right? This guy, man, he's pulling all the stops, man. He's like, yeah, I didn't know she was 18. I was just gonna do this. Oh, so good, man. Oh, I did not press play.
So you would never have had sex with this girl tonight,
No.
you're saying?
I would not be
No,
able
no.
to live consciously knowing that I even touched somebody.
But here
What?
you say that you want to perform oral sex on her. That's touching, by the way. I want to lick it, though.
The thing about online chat is
Wait, before he gives me the Jeff Stacy special, man, please. I just have to realize something, man. His whole plan, right, fell apart the moment that Chris Hansen read one single thing from the chat log. Is funny to me. He's like, yeah, I would have never lived with myself if I ever touched a kid, man. Oh, my life, man. I'm Mr. Sunset Liquid, man. You understand what's at stake here, Chris? And he goes, Mom, you said you wanted a blank or blank. And he goes, oh, you know,
That's touching, by the
it's
way.
all cyber.
I
Who do I
wanna lick it,
apologize
though.
to?
the thing about online chat is a lot of it's fantasious too. You become a different person.
So you didn't think she was 13, you thought she was 18.
Fantasious. Hold the phone, man. Okay, that fantasious. The word fantasious is not a standard English word. It's likely a misspelling of fantastical, and fantastical means imaginative, whimsical, and unrealistic. What a oh my god! This guy said fantasious. Oh my god, man! You know, because I looked at the title. It says "To Catch a Predator" dash the fantasious predator Eric Subelcava, aka Sunset Liquid. I'm like, fantasious, what does that mean, right? It's probably one of those big words I don't know. Turns out this guy just wants to be a lot smarter than he is, man. Oh my god, this guy. Chris, listen to me, right? I know you probably didn't go to school at all, man. You're probably as slow as you're as dumb as rocks, Chris. Let me teach you what the word fantasious means, Chris, right? It's all fantasious, Chris. It's because the reason why that line didn't work is because Chris was not educated enough to understand what that meant. See, they didn't have Google back then too. You know what I mean? So like, he was out of luck to begin with. You know what I mean? Before anybody comments, I know that Google existed back then. I'm just joking, please. I know I've made those jokes in the past, and some people, even though to be honest, some of them I was not joking, but most of them I were. Where they're like, yeah, the phone was out at this time, or like the internet was out at this time for a while. Okay, that's my bad, but still, I'm just joking, you know, because it's back in the day. Where, like, I'm surprised they have color. They probably recolorized this image, right?
Perform oral sex on her. That's touching, by the way.
That's touching, by the way.
I want to lick it, though.
The thing about online chat is
It's
a lot
all
of it's fantasious too. You become a different person.
So you didn't
This guy
think
described
she was
role
13,
play.
you thought she was 18. You talked about performing sex acts, but you really weren't going to go through with it.
I would not have come here.
You wanted to be in a fantasy world, but yet you walked into the world of reality.
You wanted to be.
Well, because I like to meet different people.
Do you see why those contradictions make it hard for someone to believe you're...
It's crazy. That's a very typical not Chris Hansen. Very typical Predator answer to go, it was all fantasy, it was all role playing. And then he goes, I like to meet different people. He pulled a Jesse Velez out of damn Jeff Stacy and a what's his name? David Schumacher, man. Oh, this guy's pulling all the stops, man. It's so good. He's 3 for 3. It's so good.
I understand that. Okay. But you just said it's just a story.
Now, have you ever seen the Dateline show before, To Catch a Predator?
I've seen it one time.
What'd you think about it when you saw it?
Well, it's disturbing how these men are actually wanting to have sex with these girls.
Does it disturb you that you're now one of those men who's walked into the investigation?
It does disturb me, but again, I don't feel at all guilty because my intentions are not to have sex with these girls.
So your conscience is clean at this point?
At this point, yes.
Well, Eric, as you know,
such
I'm Chris Hansen.
It's such a bad thing to say, by the way. Like, yeah, Chris, first of all, Chris is such an asshole, by the way. He lied him up perfectly for that one. He's like, yeah, well, what'd you think of those guys, right? And then Eric goes, you know, I always thought they were pretty bad, but, you know, right now I don't feel like I'm one of them. And then Chris Hansen goes, oh, like, well, you know, you're telling me that your conscience is clear. And Eric obviously says, yeah, it is clear, meaning he has no remorse for what he did, man. Oh, what an assist from Chris Hansen to have him essentially say that he doesn't regret trying to, you know, elicit a child, right? Oh, it's so good, man. He's such a master at this stuff.
From Dateline NBC, we're doing a story on men who try to meet children online.
Down the stairs.
It's definitely a shame that I'm in this predicament.
A shame why?
Why?
Well, because I have a person here interviewing me and has this chat, this fantasious world that...
Oh my God, he said it again!
I was in. And that I'm here, and I don't know what the consequences are going to be when I walk out that door.
You know what's going to happen. That's number one. Number two, I'd hate to be around somebody like this, by the way, because I know what type of person he is. He is 100% the type of person to try to always be the smartest in the room, or just tries to act like he is smart, which is the worst type of person you can be around. Like, honestly. It is such it is so annoying because it's like you can be saying something, you always have to be corrected by this person, man. It almost sounds like I'm speaking from experience, and maybe I am, but he's like, yeah, you know what, Chris Hansen, maybe you're the one that's messing me up, right? I'm not doing anything wrong.
Consequences are going to be when I walk out that door.
What do you think?
I don't know. There might be FBI, police.
FBI is
outside
crazy.
that door, and
Just
The
as
Federal
he suspected,
Bureau of
authorities
Investigation
are
outside
waiting for him to come out the
arrest
front door.
Eric, man.
Police on the ground.
Oh man, we got the damn Call of Duty POV,
On the ground.
man. Look at that, man.
Police
It's like,
on the
look at
ground.
that, man. Like, I gotta defuse the bomb, man. I want to play Search and Destroy, man.
On the ground.
On the ground.
Like
fell
all
on
the
top
other
of
men
him,
who
that's
show
crazy.
up at our undercover house, he's taken to the police station where his car is searched.
There's the one.
Open container.
Investigators
What?
read him his rights and begin to question him. Now he remembers the decoy telling her age.
she didn't seem like she was an underage girl.
Okay.
Oh
But
my
she did tell you that she was 13, right?
Right. I don't have any criminal records. I've
Never
never
would check that.
I've never done anything in my life to hurt.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like that just ranges across a lot of predators. But he literally pulled a card where it's like she didn't look underage. I need to legit make like a tier list of best predator excuses. Because it's such a, like, oh my god, there's so many of them, right? Oh my lord, man. The one that I feel like is a sleeper in the TCAP community, right, is the one where they make up a story for the decoy. Like, oh yeah, her name was 21, and her aunt, and all this, like, crap. You know what I mean? That's one of the more underrated
Hurt anybody.
excuses.
Okay.
I just found spirituality a few years ago to help me, and I have never done this before.
But apparently his spirituality didn't stop him from asking for sex with a girl who said she was 13.
Chris, please, man, leave him
All I can tell you
alone.
is that, you know,
To be fair, though, oh my god, he's one of those people too, where it's like, yeah, I have been connected to the universe, man. Be quiet. I can't.
all I can tell you is that, you know, you're being charged with a second-degree felony.
So that means I can go to prison.
Yes.
18.
Oh man. Oh, so he looks a lot thinner and a lot. I'm gonna say quote better. I wonder where and when this picture was taken, because, I mean, it's not the same guy, man. It really is not. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna leave it here. An amazing, recommendation by from Base Kilowatt, Raymond. A dedicated viewer, by the way. I've seen you, right? And look, man, all those comments you drop, man. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna leave it there. Thank you for watching, right? If you have any more recommendations, leave them in the comments. If you want me to rewatch somebody, like if you want me to remaster a certain video too, you can request those too. Takedown, Enhancer vs Predator, to catch a predator, a remaster, anything. If you want me to watch something, TCAP related, I'll do it. You know what I mean? And obviously you'd be shouted out via your name. But anyway, yeah. So we're gonna leave it here. Okay, so we're back doing the same thing. So I stopped recording Eric Rubalcava and forgot to do his TCAP wiki. So now we're here. Eric Rubalcava. This is the show. Eric immediately recognizing Chris Hansen. Okay, so this is him. Let's read his stats. Eric, during his interview with Chris Hansen, yes. Aliases, Sunset Liquid. His relatives is his wife. He's married, or I guess he got married. I don't know. Real estate agent. He's married. He was born September 3rd, 1975. He's male and his hair color is black. So, Eric Rubalcava is a suspected predator featured in the Murphy, Texas edition of To Catch a Predator. Rubalcava was one of many men who had seen the show prior to being caught. It is mostly known for his fantasious defense in regards to talking with and meeting an underage girl, as well as the awful performance of the decoy when he walked into the sting house. At the time of the sting, Eric Rubalcava worked as a filmmaker for Spanish commercials. He previously lived in Los Angeles, California. He now lived in Houston, Texas area, which I'm sure he thought himself to be a big deal, right? Filmmaker for Spanish commercials. He's like, oh man, the Spanish commercial world would not exist without Eric Rubalcava, man. Everyone knows this. Chat. 31-year-old Eric, who used the screen name Sunset Liquid, engaged in a conversation with a perverted justice Decoy who was impersonating a 13-year-old girl. He said he wanted to kiss and lick the girl. He also stated he wanted to give and receive oral sex. Eric admitted that he would go to prison for trying to groom a child for sexual purposes. Eric also called the Decoy several times, with them engaging in semi-romantic conversations. His chat and calls with the Decoy amounted to over 2 weeks of sly grooming techniques, presenting himself as a poetic lover as opposed to a sexual predator. Which I get that a lot from him. Like you could just tell that's what he wants. He wants to be romantic and poetic. I mean, just with the word, was fantasious. Sting. Eric arrived and was invited in by the Decoy, who offered him a choice of soft drinks. Eric asked if he could have a glass of water, but it wasn't part of the list of drinks she was offering, so the Decoy made a bad excuse saying that she drank it all, despite there being a tap not 10 feet away from Eric. Eric then asked the Decoy if he could use the restroom. The Decoy, in order for him not to go deeper in the house and discover the camera crew, made another bad excuse by claiming that the toilet was gone. Chris Hansen stopped him as he tries to exit the house. Eric came back from with his hands raised. As soon as he sat down, he realized that he was on To Catch a Predator. He said he initially believed that the girl was 18. Chris Hansen challenged. Hold on, I gotta sit up. I feel like I'm slowly suffocating. Whew. I just came from reading another wiki, so bear with me. I've been reading a lot. Let's see. He initially believed the girl was 18. Chris Hansen challenged his lie by quoting from his chat log. Eric claimed he had never met a girl underage and that he enjoyed talking with people of all ages. He came up with a new defense, saying that instead of having intercourse with the girl, he was merely going to take pictures of her. If he touched her, he claimed he wouldn't be able to live consciously. After reading from the chat log, Chris Hansen again refutes his lies. Eric asserts that the conversation was fantasious and that he became a different person when grooming a child. Eric continues to insist that he didn't feel guilty because he was not going to have sex with her. He admitted to watching an episode of To Catch a Predator. He also admitted he found it disturbing that men would do such a thing. After Eric was exposed on national television by Chris, he admitted he was scared of being arrested, potentially by the FBI. He left the house and, as predicted, was arrested by police. The aftermath. Eric admitted the girl was 13 during his police interview, but claimed that she didn't appear to be underage. He asserted that to have no prior convictions, never hurt anyone, and recently discovered spirituality as means of self-improvement. He seemed worried about the prospect of going to prison for committing a fourth degree felony. I almost said 14. What? Eric's charges would be dropped along with all the other men that came to the house after the suicide of Louis Conrad. He continues to live in Swinbrook Lane in Houston. Swinbrook Lane. I might have to go visit, right? I might have to go visit him and beat him up, man. I'm kidding. YouTube, right? Don't get me. Anyway, YouTuber Morticia was able to recover Eric's chat log in his Predators I've Caught podcast. Hansen discovered that Eric now works as a real estate agent and found no evidence he has reoffended. Ironically, Eric works in Harris County, the same county that prosecuted the lone predator in the sting Asaf Kokar. I don't know how to say that. Anyway, yeah. So we'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching. Right. That's. I just came from watching him. Okay, forgive me. I probably already did the outro. I'll do it again. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the recommendation. Right. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. I'll catch you some other time. Goodbye.